What if I told you the biggest thing holding you back isn't fear, lack of time, or even money? What if the real barrier is something far more subtle, something you live with every single day without noticing? Here's the brutal truth. The real enemy isn't out there. It's not your boss, your upbringing, your circumstances, or your critics. The real enemy is the quiet voice in your head that whispers, "You're not ready. You're not good enough." That voice, that silent, invisible limiter, is shaping your entire reality. And until you confront it, nothing else changes. But the moment you do, everything shifts. Welcome to Break Your Limits, the place where we go deep into the real battles of growth, mindset, and personal power. Today, we're going to uncover something that has quietly dictated the direction of your life without you even realizing it. By the time this ends, you'll not only see what's been stopping you, you'll have the tools to completely change it. Let me tell you a story. There was once a baby elephant born into a traveling circus. Shortly after it was born, the trainers tied a chain around its leg and connected it to a stake in the ground. Every time the baby elephant tried to walk away, it would feel the sharp pain of resistance, and eventually it learned there was no point in trying. It accepted its boundaries. It gave up the fight. Years passed. That baby elephant grew into a massive adult, strong, powerful, capable of uprooting trees and destroying fences. But it was still tied to the same tiny chain, connected to the same small stake in the ground. And despite all its strength, it never tried to break free. Why? Because in its mind, that chain still had power. In its mind, it was still the helpless baby that had no choice. So it never tested its strength. That elephant didn't need a stronger chain. It needed a new belief. And that elephant is you. Maybe your chain isn't physical. Maybe it's a voice you heard growing up. Maybe it's a fear of judgment, a failure that left a scar, a story you have told yourself too many times. Maybe it's the belief that you're not ready, not smart enough, not confident enough. These aren't facts, they're mental chains, old beliefs that you never question. But here's the truth, your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your life. So if you want to change your life, you have to start by changing your beliefs. Think about it. What are the things you've told yourself so many times they've become truth? Things like, "I'm not disciplined," "I always procrastinate," "I don't deserve success," "Other people can do it, but not me." Where did those thoughts come from? Who planted them? Who told you they were true? And when did you decide to believe in them? See, here's the first truth you need to understand. A belief is not a fact. A belief is just a thought that you've repeated so many times your brain accepted it as reality. The more emotion you attach to it, especially fear or shame, the deeper it embeds itself into your identity. But that doesn't make it true. The second truth is this: your brain doesn't care about truth. It cares about safety. It's hardwired to keep you from pain. So it builds walls. It tells stories. It creates habits and patterns that protect you from rejection, embarrassment, risk. But those same protective mechanisms can become prisons. They stop you from growing. They trap you in a version of yourself that doesn't reflect your real potential. And the third truth, the most powerful, is this: beliefs can be changed. Your brain is plastic. It can be rewired. You are not stuck with the mindset you inherited. You can challenge old thoughts. You can replace old patterns. And you can build a new identity, one that's rooted in truth, strength, and possibility. The life you have right now is a reflection of the stories you've accepted about yourself. But if you can change the story, you can change the outcome. You're not your past. You're not your failures. You're not your fears. You are what you choose to believe starting now. So here's the question. What's one belief you've carried for years that no longer serves you? Really think about it. Don't rush this. Maybe it's "I'll always be stuck," or "I'm just not a people person," or "I can't succeed because I'm too late, too old, too broken." Write that belief down. Look at it on paper, then ask yourself, is this true? And just as importantly, who would I be without this belief? Now take that belief and flip it. Write down the opposite. If you've told yourself, "I'm not disciplined," write down, "I am building discipline every day." If you've believed I'll never succeed, write, I'm built for success and I'm learning every day. Don't worry if it feels fake at first. That's normal. You're rewiring a pattern that's been there for years. But over time, with repetition, it starts to stick. Your nervous system begins to adapt to the new belief. Your body starts to move in alignment with it. Your brain starts to expect a different outcome, and the shift begins. You need to understand this is how the real change happens, not in loud bursts of motivation, not in rare moments of inspiration. Change begins in the quiet, almost invisible moments. It begins when you challenge the thought you've repeated 1,000 times and dare to say something different. It begins when you replace a lie with a truth again and again until that truth becomes your new baseline. The human brain is not fixed, it's adaptable. Scientists call it neuroplasticity. That means every time you think a new thought, you strengthen a new pathway. Every time you repeat a new belief, you weaken the old one. The brain doesn't care if the belief is true or false. It only cares how often you repeat it. So if you've been saying, I'm always behind, I can't focus, I'm not good at this, then those are the highways your brain has been traveling every day. Your job now is to build new roads. And building new roads takes effort. It's uncomfortable. Your mind will resist. It will try to protect the old identity because it feels safer, even if that identity has been holding you back. That's why saying a new belief feels awkward. That's why writing it down feels silly. That's why you doubt it. But push through anyway, because you're not just writing words, you're rewriting your life. Start with one belief, just one. Make it small if you need to. Something like, I finish what I start, or I take care of my body, or I create opportunities. Write it down. Put it where you can see it daily. Speak it out loud. Don't just read it, declare it. Let your body hear your voice say it. Let your nervous system feel the shift. The more senses you involve, the deeper it embeds. And then act on it. If your new belief is, I am disciplined, then make one small decision today that a disciplined person would make. Wake up 10 minutes earlier. Write the thing you've been avoiding. Stretch. Breathe, organize your space. The action doesn't have to be big. It just has to be aligned. One step in the direction of your new belief reinforces it, and over time, the steps add up. You will still have days where you doubt. That's normal. It's not failure, it's feedback. It's proof that the old belief is still trying to hold on. But now you have the awareness. You can pause. You can breathe. You can choose the new thought, even in the middle of the storm. This is the mental gym. This is what most people skip. They try to change their life from the outside in. New job, new routine, new relationship. But unless you update the software, the belief system, you'll eventually sabotage the new results. That's why people who lose weight quickly gain it back. That's why people who get success without mindset often burn out. That's why you've started and stopped so many times, because beliefs are the roots. Actions are just the branches. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not unmotivated. You're running on an outdated operating system. And it's time to upgrade it manually, consistently, intentionally. This is how change happens, not in a single moment of motivation, but in consistent mental training. You're not waiting for the world to give you permission. You're giving it to yourself. You're becoming the kind of person who doesn't need external validation to pursue internal greatness. You're building resilience from the inside out. And if this is speaking to you, if you feel something stirring right now, then take action. Don't just think about it. Do something.